2 weeks ago, I unboxed and started using the TicWatch Pro 5. And the only thing that I didn't like about the watch is the fact that it comes with a silicone strap. And I immediately changed the strap to a leather strap, which you can see right here, and it looks really good. And after using the watch for about 2 weeks, I realized that there are not many things to dislike about this watch. So in today's video, I'm going to give you all my honest thoughts, honest review about the TicWatch Pro 5. Hey guys, Big Phil here, and welcome back to another video where we're going to be reviewing the TicWatch Pro 5, which, as I mentioned earlier, I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, and for that 2 weeks I've used this watch constantly because I wanted to know everything about this watch, so I'll be able to provide you guys with my honest review, honest experiences about this watch. I mean, if you guys been following me on Instagram, you realize that I've been posting so many photos about this watch on my Instagram page at Big Phil TV. I'll drop the link in the description below. So this watch right here, honestly, I like it. Let's start by talking about the design, which I think that is the first thing I love about the watch. The design is good. It looks classy. It looks elegant. It's a watch that looks classy and at the same time rugged. I just love the little details that Smartwatch did with the watch, even the bezel. I just like this shiny bezel here. When you clean it up very well, trust me guys, you need a microfiber cleaning cloth. If you clean this watch well, it looks great. It's very shiny. I like that. And I like this little texture on the bezel. It looks good, it feels good, and also it's going to help to prevent scratches on your bezel. And I like the fact that the display of the watch is a little bit recessed, so it's a little bit inside the bezel. So if you accidentally scrub the watch on the wall, the glass is not going to be affected because the bezel is a little bit raised up. So I really like that. And I like this rotating crown. I like the fact that Smartwatch finally make a smartwatch with a rotating crown. It makes navigating this watch super easy. Now, the strap. As I mentioned earlier, the only thing I didn't like about the watch is the strap, the silicone strap. I don't like it because it didn't make the watch to look premium. But thanks to this leather strap, this is a leather strap right here. This leather strap is from the company Sandmark. Good, genuine leather. And it makes the watch, now check it out guys, it makes the watch to look premium. It looks expensive. Much better than the silicone. I mean, I still use the silicone strap. Mostly when I'm going out to the gym, I use the silicone strap. But if I'm going out to work or somewhere fancy, the leather strap is the best way to go. So overall, I like the design of the watch. It is very slim, as you can see right here, and very lightweight. I'll be using this watch. I've been taking it to bed constantly. Every single day I take this watch to bed, and I've never felt uncomfortable while I'm sleeping because very light, it's very comfortable. As compared to my other smartwatches that I have here, this is the most lightest and the most slimmest. So this is very good for those who like to take their watch to bed, track their sleep. This is it right here, very slim. And also another thing I like about the watch is the fact that now it has a 5 Atm of water resistant, water and dust resistant. So you can go swimming, go diving with this watch, have no issue. It has speaker, it has microphone. I've been making calls with this watch. Everybody confirming call quality is great. I can hear the colors very well. They could hear me so well. The rotating crown, man, it feels good to use. Smartwatch really make good use of the rotating crown. For example, if you want to see your notifications, you simply just screw the rotating crown up. Those are your notifications. And if you go back down, keep going, you see exit. So you could see your notifications and you could exit the notification just by using the rotating crown. You could also use the rotating crown to see the quick settings, the quick panel right here. You see that? And you can also use it to exit. You see? So using the rotating crown is, I mean, I just like the implementation of the rotating crown right here. Other smartwatches with a rotating crown doesn't do this. So you could do so much without touching the screen of the watch, which is great. And the build quality of the watch is good. It is made up of aircraft standard aluminum. The case is aircraft standard aluminum, while the back is mostly plastic. The glass is Gorilla Glass. And I would say for the 2 weeks I've been using this watch, I've used it so much. I've used it in the gym. I've used it going out, places. I've taken it to bed almost every single day, and I still got no scratch on it. There is absolutely zero scratch on this watch right here. So even though it is just an aircraft standard aluminum, most people think titanium could have been better. But remember, if the company could have used titanium here, the price would be more expensive. Right now, the price of this watch is $350. So imagine if the company could have used titanium on this watch, the price could have been $450 or even $500. The display is another thing I love about this smartwatch. It has a dual display. I mean, Mobvoi is very famous for their two display on their smartwatches. And this has the same dual display. Let's start by talking about the main display. The main display, as you can see right here, is an AMOLED screen, which has a resolution of 466 by 466. It is very bright, so much contrast. The black is deep black and a lot of brightness. You could check your notifications. You could see time on this watch with no issue, even in direct sunlight, because it is really bright. Nice display. There's nothing to complain about the main display of this smartwatch. And it has a secondary display, which is a low resolution display. Now, the low resolution display helps to give you a good battery life. And you could you could choose between an OLED always on display or a low resolution always on display. Now, if you choose the low resolution always on display, the battery can last you for about 4 to 5 days. We're going to talk more about the battery later in this video, but the secondary display also have features. I mean, from the low resolution display, you could see your heart rate, calorie burn, distance, steps. Even when you're in the gym, you could use the secondary display to show how your workout is going. It changes colors depending on the intensity of your workout. Oh man, I love that feature. It changed from green to sky blue to yellow to orange, then red. Red is the intensity, is the extremes. The beautiful display of this smartwatch means watch faces looks good on it. And there are lots of watch faces to be used on this smartwatch right here. The watch comes pre-installed with so many nice looking contrast watch faces. But you can download more watch faces either from the Mobvoi app or from Timeshow or from Google Play Store. There are so many options of watch faces to be used on this smartwatch, man. But my favorite is Timeshow. Timeshow has probably the most beautiful watch faces, brand watch faces. The Omega watch face you see right here, the Rolex watch face are all downloaded from Timeshow. And most of the watch faces are free. Very few, you got to pay a little amount of money, mostly around $1 or 50 cents for the watch faces, but they're mostly free and good looking, contrast, nice watch faces with good always on display. So if you want to be using this watch with the AMOLED always on display, then you got to download your watch faces from Timeshow because they have beautiful always on display. And talking about the battery life, the TicWatch Pro 5 has a good battery life. The battery can last you either 3 or 4 days, depending on the intensity of your usage. Let me explain. Now, if you want a 4 days battery life, the first thing you got to do is to make sure to use the low power mode always on display. And also make sure to use the watch moderately. Make sure to use the brightness at least 50%. 3 days is when you take everything to the extreme. Like mine, my brightness is always at 100%. I use this watch so much in the gym, and also I'm using the low power mode always on display. So my battery is mostly around 3 to 4 days, all depend on the intensity of the usage. So just make sure to use the low power mode always on display. You'll be able to achieve at least 4 days on this smartwatch. But what I like the most about the battery of this smartwatch is that charging it is super fast. I would say this watch right here, the TicWatch Pro 5, is the fastest charging smartwatch in the market right now, hands down. I did a video where I compared the TicWatch Pro 5 to the Apple Watch Series 8 because before, the Apple Watch Series 8 was the fastest charging smartwatch. My Galaxy Watch 5 Pro right here is very slow in charging. The Huawei Watch 3 Pro that I have here is also very slow to charge it. But the Apple Watch Series 8 has always been the fastest. And now the TicWatch Pro 5 has taken the crown. I I put these two smartwatches to the test. The battery was at 0%, and it took 90 minutes for the Smartwatch Pro 5 to reach 100%. 90 minutes from 0 to 100, guys. So this is a smartwatch where you could get up in the morning, you forgot to charge it, and you just drop it on a charge. In a matter of few minutes, you'll be able to have battery life that's going to last you many hours. The TicWatch Pro 5 made so much headlines when it was released, mostly because this is the first smartwatch to run the Qualcomm Snapdragon W5 Plus Gen 1 processor, which everybody knows it is the most powerful processor on a smartwatch. Listen, I've been using this smartwatch for 2 weeks now. Man, everything is super snappy, no lag, no hiccups. It's just really fast, very fast smartwatch, man. I really like that. And the watch also is running on the Google WearOS 3.5, which is the most recent and the most powerful software from Google. So this smartwatch is really in a top class when it comes to flagship smartwatches that money can buy right now. This is one of them, man. I mean, even though there is a tough competition out there, we got the Google Pixel Watch, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, but this is one of the top. And this is a watch that I can highly recommend because one, how it looks, the platform it has, the software, and how smooth is it navigating this smartwatch. So it is a great smartwatch with great specs. The watch has 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage, which means you could store so much music in here, so many watch faces, so many applications can be downloaded into this watch thanks to the 32 GB of internal storage. And talking about those applications that you can use on this smartwatch, the watch comes pre-installed with nice apps, man. We got things like the calculator, which it looks good. The numbers are big, easy to use. We got things like the essential mode settings, which you could switch between the AMOLED screen to the low resolution screen. We got the Google Wallet, which is very good. You have hand washing timer, map. The Google Map is there. You got one tap measurement, which this is probably my most favorite feature of this smartwatch. When you tap once, it automatically measures your heart rate, the blood oxygen, respiratory rate, the stress, and heart health. I just like the one tap measurement, man. I like it. It has Google Store. That means you could download more other applications from the Google Play Store. It comes pre-installed with Spotify, which I'll be using it so much. Very good, as you can see right here. And there are some applications from Mobvoi where we got things like the Tick Barometer, the Tick Compass, Tick Exercise, Tick Health, Tick Oxygen, time show. What makes a watch a smartwatch are the health features. And this watch has lots of health features. It has the blood oxygen, the heart rate tracking, sleep tracking, temperature check, stress tracking, and a bunch of other good health features that you got to take advantage of if you own this smartwatch right here. But the only health feature that's not available is ECG. There is no ECG, but all the other health features are here. And the watch tracks all those health features accurately. I've been using this watch for 2 weeks, constantly, intensely for 2 weeks, and I'm really happy with the result of everything. My step count, very accurate. My heart rate, very accurate. My blood oxygen, really accurate. I took it to the gym with so many exercises that are available to be used on this smartwatch. Everything was very accurate. As I mentioned earlier, I took this watch to the gym so many times. For the 2 weeks I've been using this watch, I've taken it to gym almost, I would say probably like 4 times. And for all those 4 times, I was so happy every time I'm using it in the gym. The first reason is because there are so many exercises to choose from. All the exercises that I do in the gym are all available on this smartwatch right here. It has weight training, and that's what I do the most in the gym. I lift a lot of weight, do a lot of dumbbells. Every exercise was available on this smartwatch, and the watch tracks all those exercises accurately. And also the fact that the secondary display, the low power display, will change colors depending on the intensity of your exercise is very good, man. I love that. The watch also has GPS, very accurate GPS, which you can use when you're doing your outdoor running or outdoor working. You can use the GPS, and the GPS also is very accurate. But unfortunately, you cannot use the GPS if the watch is on essential mode. If you switch the watch to the essential mode, lots of the features will not be available, especially GPS. There'll be no GPS. So now, what is my final verdict about the TicWatch Pro 5? I would say this watch right here is 90% great. And the 10% is the fact that there are some few things that are not available. One, the fact that it comes with a silicone strap. Two, because there is no voice assistant. Yes, there is no Google voice assistant. Even though the watch is running on the Google WearOS 3.5, there is no Google voice assistant. I don't know why. My Galaxy Watch 5 Pro right there is running on the same Google WearOS 3.5. There is the Google voice assistant, but this TicWatch Pro 5 doesn't have that. I don't know why. And thirdly, the essential mode is very limited. Very few applications work with the essential mode. Mostly things like your step count, your heart rate, your calorie burn. Those are the things, the features that are available or that are possible with the essential mode. Everything else doesn't work. The GPS doesn't work. Even your main watch faces are not available with the essential mode. But apart from those few things, those few drawbacks, this is a great smartwatch, guys. Good looking smartwatch. If you are in the market right now looking for a great flagship smartwatch and money is not an issue, then consider the TicWatch Pro 5. Yeah, and thank you guys for watching this review video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any question about the watch, drop it down in the comment section. I'll reply to all questions. And if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notification for a lot of good videos come up on Big Phil TV. Until then, see you into the next one. Peace.